Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the channel. If you're new, my name is Lee, aka Rollin Thunder, and in today's video we're talking about me needing some help. So sit back, relax, grab a cup of tea, and let us get into the video. So ladies and gents, how are we all doing? I hope you're doing well. And as the title of the video suggests, we are talking about me needing help. And what do I mean by that? I hear you ask. Basically, two things. One, I need to stop procrastinating about parts for the R1. And two, I think I may have got myself into a little bit of trouble with the police. And I will explain one after the other in quick succession, as I've just passed yet another police car, and the last thing I need is to get pulled over. So the story goes like this. I've been procrastinating for weeks and weeks about getting certain bits on the R1. I want to get a decat link pipe for this. I want to get braided hoses for this. I want a quick shifter and a whole myriad of other things. Now, as you guys probably know, half the things I want for the R1 is literally just for vanity, for no other reason other than sheer blinded vanity. For example, the bits of carbon that I was looking at not too long ago, it's not going to benefit the performance of the bike in any way, shape or form. It's just literally for pure vanity. The braided hoses that I want, however, are far more functional than bits of carbon fibre. And what I want to do is I want to do away with the standard brake line system that the R1 has, and have two separate lines like what my 1098's got, of having one line to each caliper and then directly to the brake master cylinder. The decat link pipe, however, again, it could be perceived as being a cosmetic upgrade, but I want the decat pipe for more than just cosmetic and sound advantages. By all accounts, having the decat pipe will make the bike breathe a little bit better, produce a little bit more power. Not that this thing needs any more power, mind you, but you know, every little helps, as they say. I just want to try and get the best I can out of the bike for the time that I've got her. I mean, just like the 1098, I don't plan on selling her anytime soon. Naturally, there are people out there that will say that I'm mad for getting the R1 in the first place, because why would I need another sports bike when I've got the 1098? But at the same time, I've wanted the R1 for so long. Now that I've got the chance to get one, or I should say, now that I've had the chance to get one, I'm planning on keeping her for a little while. And not only that, she complements the 1098 really well, I think. I mean, okay, there's about, what, this is a 13, there's 6 years difference in terms of age between the 1098 and the R1. And like I've said in the previous video, there are certain elements that both bikes share, and there's both elements that they don't share, such as underseat exhausts, big booming engines, brilliant brakes, and looks to die for. And obviously the difference is primarily the fact that the R1 does not have O-lins, the R1 has a double-sided swing arm, and the R1 has 4 cylinders instead of 2. Other than that, performance-wise, they're very similar. But anyway, that's kind of beside the point. I do, however, want to try and improve the R1 in certain areas, such as I want to try and improve the brakes on the R1. Well, I don't actually need to improve the brakes at all on the R1, but having the braided lines I think would benefit quite well. And not only that, it will look quite nice, because if you guys remember, I had the Hell braided lines put on the 1098 well over a year now. Well, it was a couple of years ago now, and they performed amazingly well. They're easy to clean, easy to maintain, easy to install. So I'm thinking I might do the same thing with the R1. I mean, I never bother really using my rear brake, and I'll be honest about that, because let's face it, unless you're riding a cruiser, all your braking is done with the front brake anyway. Well, I'd say about 85 to 90% of the time you're going to be braking with the front and not the back. And maybe both together when you're doing slow speed maneuvers and stuff like that, but generally speaking, for me anyway, I do a lot of my braking primarily with the front. All the things that I want to get for the R1, like I've already said, the decat link pipe, the braided hoses, the quick shifter, and yeah, okay, I don't need any carbon, but like I said before, the carbon is purely a vanity thing. I won't gain anything out of it by getting it, other than looks. But that aside, I don't know whether I should bother investing in it anymore, or just sticking with what I've got. Do you know what I mean? It's like I've got all these ideas rolling around in my head. Changing the colour of the wheels, for example. Changing the mirrors, or better yet, getting rid of the mirrors. Changing my bar ends to either the lever guards like what I've got on the 1098, or change it to something completely different. Having mirrors, not having mirrors. Aftermarket rear sets, getting the standard rear sets powder coated. You know, there's so many things that I'm thinking about to do with this bike. It's, you know, I'm procrastinating over everything and I can't decide what I want to do. I mean, some bits I know I can do myself, like the decat. I can install that myself, that's no drama. I mean, how difficult is it to put a bit of piping in an exhaust system? I could have a go at doing the braided hoses. Whether I get very far with it or not is another matter. Changing the rear sets, I could do that myself. I've done that before. Not on this bike, but on the 1098, as you know. You know, I don't mind getting some Chinesium rear sets for now, till I can afford the Gillies or the driven rear sets or whatever I happen to find at the time. You know, there's more than a few brands on the market that I could use to get rear sets for the R1. Admittedly, it is more money sensitive than procrastination, because as we all know, nothing's for free, and nothing for sports bikes or any kind of motorcycle for that matter is cheap. So again, this is where my procrastination comes in. I'll see something I like the look of, and I'll be like, oh, I'd love to get that. Oh, I like that. Oh, I like this. Or, oh, I wonder if I could afford that. And I'll try and weigh out the pros and cons, and I'll be like, yeah, no, I can't do that. As much as I'd love to, I can't do that. Then I upset myself because I can't do it, and you know, there's just so many variables. Do you know what I mean? But anyway, that's part one. The second part is I had a run-in with the police tonight. Now, I personally don't think I was doing anything wrong. I was riding my usual route as I do, and you've seen the route I take many times, and I was probably doing about maybe 35-40 mile an hour, something like that. So okay, fine, I might have been going a little bit quick, but nothing dangerously quick, I feel. And a police car decided to started coming towards me on the other side of the road, and out of nowhere dived across the road at me and put his blue lights on. Fucking hell. What the fuck was that all about? And I'm like, what? At what point is that even safe or legal, for that matter? I mean, what would the copper have done if I crashed? Or what would the copper have done if he'd hit me? What would his excuse have been? Oh, sorry, governor, I had to knock him off his bike because I felt like he was going a bit too quick for my liking. What now? And I bet you any money, if that were to happen, I almost fucking guarantee it, the footage of the incident would miraculously disappear, just like it never happened. But you see, ladies and gents, that's why I wear a camera on my face, so no matter what happens, it gets captured. Whether I'm doing a motovlog, or whether I'm out riding with my mates, or I just, you know, doing a usual kind of ride around kind of jobby, like going to visit my parents or whatever, if I've got my camera on, I'm covered. And I'm not just covered because of potential road traffic accidents. I'm covered from the point of view that if I was to get tugged by the police for doing something illegal, and they're claiming I'm doing one thing or another, I could quite easily turn around and say, well, no, I haven't done anything illegal, and I've got the proof to prove it. But I bet you any money, if that were to happen, the police would be like, right, son, we're confiscating that camera, we want to see what's on it. I'd be like, no, you're not touching my camera, you're not touching any of my equipment. What I currently have on my person is for my protection as well as your own. So you can either fuck off and leave my equipment alone, or you'll have to fucking fight me for it. What the fuck is going on there? I think someone's had a bit of spice. So that's basically what happened. What do you guys think? Do you think I'm in the right or I'm in the wrong? I mean, at the end of the day, had that police car dived across the road and hit me, who would have been in the wrong, me or them? I'm more inclined to say them, if I'm honest, for the simple fact that they dived across the road and stuck their blue lights on just as I got close to them. At that point, I would consider that intimidation. But you tell me. I'm not going to say I ran from the police because I wasn't being chased, but to have a police car aim at you, or should I say aim at me, put their blue lights on, no sirens, just blue lights, at what point is that not classed as intimidation? For me, I think as soon as those blue lights came on, that was them intimidating. Now you might think I'm being a bit of a pussy by saying that, but I don't see why I should have stopped. I mean, obviously I didn't, because I don't think I was doing anything wrong. Like I said, I might be going around that corner a little bit quick, but nothing that I would consider dangerous. Certainly nothing that I would consider life-threatening or anything like that. And if the old Bill just literally wanted to have someone to nick just because they're bored and they need something to do, there ain't no way I'm stopping for that. I'm riding along, minding my business, and I do not see why I should get penalised for something I have yet to do. And running from the police ain't high on my list, do you know what I mean? I don't particularly need or want a criminal record, but if I feel that my life is being threatened by the police by the way they're driving, you best believe I ain't stopping. I don't care what anyone says. It is my human right, if someone is threatening me with their vehicle, for me to take avoiding action. And that is precisely what I did. Because like I said, if I feel my life is being threatened by another road user, then you best believe I am going to protect myself and distance myself from that particular situation. I can guarantee you now that I'll probably get a letter in the post from the police saying you left the scene of an incident, or you were seen fleeing from a police car. I'm like, no, sorry, I was just riding home. I don't know where you're getting that information from, but you know, you obviously got me confused with someone else. Because yeah, I don't run from the police. I take avoiding action when they try to hit me with their vehicles, but that's a different situation altogether. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, as always, thank you for sticking around to the end of the video. I appreciate you all for it. And if you're not already subscribed, please consider doing so. It'd be great to have you on board. And if you are subscribed, don't forget to smash the like button and ring the bell so you're kept up to date with all new content when it drops. And as always, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you guys have been absolutely fucking amazing. I have been Lee, aka Rollin Thunder. Say look after yourselves, look after each other, stay safe on the roads, be aware of COVID-19, be safe, be happy, and as always, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, adios!